Why do our kids look alike? Turns out they brought home different children. The two were shocked and baffled at how their kids could look the same. Mom, Mom. 5-year-old Ivan was already on the verge of tears, calling out while wearing his pumpkin monster Halloween costume. Eyes brimming, he spun around, searching for his aunt. Ivan? Ivan, Olivia called to her nephew, her voice tight with nerves. After the Halloween party at the mall they'd attended, a sudden wave of people flooded the ground floor where the event had been held. She'd been holding Ivan's hand all the way until she reached the mall exit, then realized the child was gone and she was clutching only his basket full of candy. Sam! Where are you, Sam? Answer me! Olivia cried. Ouch! As she stumbled and fell after colliding with a man. Miss, are you okay? The man asked, offering his hand to help her up. Olivia nodded. Sorry, I didn't see you. I was about to run into you, he said, head ducked. Thank you for the help, Olivia added. No problem. I'm sorry too, the man replied. It's fine, Olivia murmured. When she finally looked up, she couldn't believe how handsome the man in front of her was. Ivan, she blurted, suddenly remembering her missing nephew. Sir, I'm really sorry. Thank you so much. I have to go. Olivia rushed off, spinning on her heel to search for Ivan again. Hold on, your wallet. Justin froze as the woman he'd bumped into got farther away. He bent to pick up the wallet that had fallen from her bag. Olivia Hernandez. Even her name is beautiful, he muttered after checking the ID inside. Olivia kept circling the area, searching for Ivan. She wanted to ask the security guards for help, but the crowd kept swelling and she couldn't get near them. A moment later, Olivia's face lit up. She spotted a child standing quietly at the side, wearing the same pumpkin monster costume as her nephew. Ivan, she called, voice shaking with worry to get the boy's attention. Oh, thank God I found you right away, she said, teary-eyed, hugging the child tightly. Are you okay? Are you hurt anywhere? I'm sorry, Ivan, promise. I will never let go of your hand again when we're outside, she added, squeezing the boy even tighter. Why does your pumpkin look bigger all of a sudden? She asked, puzzled as she noticed the costume seemed puffier. Olivia pulled back to look at the child's face. She frowned, something felt off. But she was sure she'd found Ivan. Were you so scared you don't feel like talking? She asked sadly, smoothing a hand over the boy's cheek. I'm really sorry, Ivan. I don't know what I'd do if I lost you for good. What face would I show your mum in heaven if something bad happened to you? Her voice started to break. The child's small hands moved to wipe away her tears. Please don't cry, he whispered, offering Olivia a shy smile. That only made Olivia weep harder at his sweetness. I know I said yesterday we'd switch things up for dinner, but what do you think if I make burger steak later for supper, huh? Olivia asked with a grin. Burger steak? The boy's eyes went wide. Yeah, your favorite, right? I'm sorry I can't take you to try those fancy steaks at a restaurant, but burger steak is what the budget allows right now, Olivia said, embarrassed. I want burger steak, the boy answered happily, making Olivia smile in relief. Great. Let's head home. I'll just buy the ingredients at the grocery store later. The crowd here keeps growing. I don't want to get separated from you again, Olivia said, scooping the child up. He nodded and hugged her tightly. Meanwhile, Justin was still searching for Sam, his nephew and the son of his late younger brother. That kid, he's probably off to the side again, standing quietly, waiting to be found, Justin muttered to himself, anxious. He blamed himself for why he and Sam had gotten separated. He'd taken a work call instead of joining the boy at the Halloween party like he'd promised. Mom, where are you? Justin stopped when he heard a familiar child's voice, crying. He turned instantly toward the sound. The boy stood in the middle of the mall, sobbing and calling for his mom. Sam! Justin's eyes went wide as he ran to the child in the costume he recognized. I'm here, he said, kneeling and wrapping his arms around his nephew. Shh, don't cry. I'm sorry, he whispered, hugging him tighter. Mom? The boy asked Justin when they pulled apart. Justin gave a sad smile. Mom? Do I look like a woman? He teased gently, but the truth was, Justin felt a pang hearing the boy call for his mom. He himself didn't know who Sam's mother was and had no idea how to find her. That's not Mom, the boy cried even louder once he realized he hadn't been found by his mother. Mom, shh, Sam, It's your daddy. You don't want daddy anymore? Justin asked, worried. People were beginning to stare, and he didn't know what to do. He didn't want them to mistake him for a kidnapper. Daddy? You're my daddy? The child asked, face soaked with tears. Justin nodded without hesitation. Of course. I'm your daddy. Well, your uncle who's your dad now. Did you forget? He didn't finish because the boy threw his arms around him again, beaming as he repeated, Daddy! Daddy! Over and over. I've wanted to see you for so long, the boy whispered, then went quiet, still sniffling. A glass slipped from Olivia's hand and shattered when the child she'd brought home spoke. They'd just arrived from the grocery store. What did you say? Olivia asked, stunned. The boy lifted his face to look at her. I'm not Ivan. My name is Sam, he said innocently. Why did you call me Ivan, Mom? No, wait. I don't understand what's happening, Olivia said, rubbing her temples. Your name is Sam? You're not Ivan? Then where's Ivan? She asked, confused. Sam only shrugged. I don't know. Who's Ivan? My God, are you punishing me for being careless? Olivia whispered to herself, trembling with fear and panic. Mom, is there a problem? Sam asked, taking Olivia's hand and giving her a warm smile. Mom? Ivan? That joke isn't funny, Olivia said, nerves fraying. Sam pouted. I told you I'm not Ivan. Do you want me to call my daddy so you'll believe me? He asked brightly, sliding down from his seat to start taking off his pumpkin costume. Daddy, Olivia thought, bewildered. Was the child missing his father even though he didn't know him? I don't even know who got my twin pregnant, she grumbled inwardly, watching him. Mom, can you help me? I can't reach the zipper in the back, Sam said, pointing at the costume. Olivia nodded and pulled the zipper down. She noticed Sam's pumpkin costume was thicker and better made than the inexpensive one she'd bought for Ivan. Thank you, Mom, Sam said with a grin once he wriggled free, now in a tank top and shorts. Mom, can you help me find my phone? I'll call Daddy so he knows I'm with you, he said with an easy smile, rifling through the pockets of the costume. You have a phone at your age? Olivia asked, incredulous. Now she was sure the boy wasn't Ivan, which only made her more frantic, racing through possible reasons the two kids could look so alike. Yes, ma'am. Daddy said I could call him whenever I miss him, but he doesn't always pick up because he's busy with work, so I don't use it much, Sam explained. I see, Olivia said, still stunned. All right, why don't we call your daddy? If you're not Ivan, I have to find him, she said, jaw set. Sam nodded and began dialing. After only a couple of rings, someone answered. Sam! Sam, where are you? A man's voice demanded, frantic. Daddy, Sam chirped. I'm with Mom. Do you want to talk to her? He asked, excited. Mom, Daddy wants to talk to you, he said with a grin, as Olivia, hands trembling, took the phone. Give Sam back to me, the man said coldly on the other end. Olivia's fist clenched at his tone. Look, I think there's a misunderstanding, Olivia said. She knew she'd made a mistake, but she had no bad intentions. He looks exactly like Ivan, so I didn't realize I was wrong. Mom? Mom, a familiar little voice cried faintly from the other end. Ivan? Ivan, is that you? Olivia gasped, hope surging. Sweetheart, why are you crying? Hush now. I'll come to you. Don't cry, okay? She said, eyes squeezed shut. Whoever you are, please don't hurt Ivan, Olivia pleaded. And could I get your address? I'll come right away with Sam. What do you take me for? Why would I hurt a child? The man snapped. It's late. I'll come to you with Ivan. Give me your address so we can leave immediately, he added. No, I'll come to you, Olivia insisted. I'll call a taxi now. You're taking a taxi at this hour? The man asked, disbelieving. Then don't. I'll go there. It's safer for the child and for you not to travel this late. Can I speak to Sam for a moment? All right. Thank you, Olivia said. Sam, your daddy wants to talk to you, she told the boy, handing back the phone. Daddy, are you picking me up? Sam asked sadly. Why don't you sound excited? Of course I'm coming, his father said, puzzled. Are you hurt? Are you okay? He added, worried. I'm okay. And I'm with Mommy, Sam said, glancing at Olivia. Sam, don't hang up until I get there, his father said firmly. Okay, Daddy. Are you with Ivan? Sam asked, curious. He was eager to see the boy who supposedly looked just like him. Yes, I'm with him. You'll be surprised, Sam. You two look exactly alike, his father replied. Sam's face lit up. Really, Daddy? Please hurry, he said, bouncing. The man chuckled. Of course. Your daddy's on his way, he said. Mum, what are you doing? Sam asked when he saw Olivia starting to prep dinner. Olivia glanced at the boy. Even after confirming he wasn't Ivan, she felt a jolt every time he called her Mom. Ivan was the only one who called her that, and even though she wasn't his biological mother, she'd embraced being his mom in all the ways that mattered. Burger steak, I promised you, remember? Olivia said with a smile. After everything that happened, I haven't forgotten I said I'd cook it. Sam's face fell a little. Is that for Ivan? He asked, head bowed. Olivia noticed the change in his tone and gently held both his shoulders. It's for you too, she said softly. Really? Sam asked, surprised. Of course. You helped me at the grocery store earlier, didn't you? It's only right I cook for you as a thank you, and I'm sorry I brought you home thinking you were Ivan, Olivia said gently. It's okay, Sam said brightly. If you hadn't made a mistake, I wouldn't have found out you're my mom. He grinned. Olivia had no idea how to explain that she wasn't his mother. Compassion flooded her chest at the child's longing for a mom. You know, Mom, I've wanted to meet you for a long time, Sam said, but Daddy said it was impossible. When I saw you and you hugged me, I knew you were my mom. Olivia's eyes filled again. Aside from looking so much like Ivan, her late twin sister's son, Sam was sweet and lively. Mom, I think something's burning, Sam said suddenly, pointing at black smoke billowing in through the apartment window. How could something be burning? I haven't even started cooking. Olivia stopped, staring at the thick smoke. Oh God, fire! Fire! They both jolted as a loud bang thudded at the door. Is anyone in there? Come out, there's a fire. Olivia didn't hesitate. She scooped Sam up and ran to the door, covering his nose with her hand. Mom, the phone, Sam cried, as Olivia dropped the handset still connected to the ongoing call with his dad. We don't have time. Hold on tight, Sam. Don't worry, I'm getting you out safely, Olivia whispered, hands shaking as she gripped him. She screamed when flames burst over the door before they could open it. Mom, Sam sobbed, seeing there was no way out. Shh, don't be scared. Close your eyes, okay? I've got you, Olivia said, trying to calm him. Afraid of the smoke damaging his lungs, she ran to her bedroom where the fire hadn't reached yet. She yanked the comforter and bed sheets off the bed and soaked them under the shower, drenching herself and Sam before wrapping him in the wet blanket. Listen carefully, Sam. We can only get out through the back balcony. I'm going to lower you down with this wet blanket. There will be people below to catch you, I know it. Don't be afraid, okay? Olivia's voice trembled as she stroked his face. Do you understand? Sam nodded. What about you, Mom? He asked. Don't worry. I'll come right after you, Olivia said with a small smile. She carried Sam, both of them soaked and wrapped, and kicked out the glass door to the balcony. Oh God, she whispered, seeing the flames lick up the walls and floor. If you're scared, just keep your eyes closed, she told Sam. She knotted the wet bed sheets and comforter together, tied one end around the balcony rail, and secured Sam in the other end. I'm lowering you now, she said, easing him down carefully so he wouldn't drop straight to the ground. Thankfully, they were only on the second floor. Sam! Sam! A man's voice shouted from outside, unending. Olivia looked down. The man must be Sam's dad. We're here. Sam's here, she screamed, voice cracking as smoke burned her throat. Here. The bundle touched the ground. Sam! Can you hear me? She yelled down, heart hammering. Why isn't he moving? Did he faint? Daddy! Sam's small voice floated up, and Olivia felt the weight lift from her chest as the man scooped the soaked boy up, still wrapped in the blanket. Thank God you're safe, the man said, hugging him. Dad! Mom! Sam cried, pointing up to Olivia still on the balcony. She couldn't climb down. She was terrified she might slip and fall on the boy. Where? The man asked, following Sam's pointing finger. Olivia Hernandez, he said, squinting up at her. What are you waiting for? Come down, he shouted, worried. Olivia nodded, seeing Sam freed from the blanket. She started climbing down, but halfway she felt the sheet tearing. She tried to redistribute her weight, but the fabric snapped loose from the railing. Oh God, am I going to die? Olivia thought as she felt herself falling. She blacked out from sheer terror before she hit the ground. Olivia opened her eyes slowly, staring blankly at a white ceiling. "Am I dead?" she whispered, dazed. "No," a man answered from a chair beside her. "Where am I?" she asked, still foggy. "You're at the hospital," he said. "The hospital?" "Wait, Sam, where's Sam? Is he okay?" Olivia cried as memories rushed back. "Easy," the man said gently. "You just woke up. Lie back a bit." "Don't worry, Sam's safe." "Thank you," he added. Olivia turned and recognized the man. I know you," she said, startled. "You're the guy from the mall." He nodded. "That's me." "Nice seeing you again, Olivia Hernandez," he said with a small smile. "How do you know my name?" Olivia asked, confused. She didn't remember introducing herself during the call before the fire. "How?" "This," he said, pulling a wallet from his pocket. "You left it at the mall when we bumped into each other. I was going to return it, but you took off so fast." He shook his head, half amused. "By the way, I'm Justin Walters. Just call me Justin. Thank you for saving Sam." "I know this is sudden," Justin continued, "but after everything that happened, I talked to the kids, and they agreed with my suggestion." Olivia swallowed, waiting. "Olivia, would you like to stay at my place for now?" Justin asked. "The fire damage at your apartment, the one you share with Ivan, is pretty bad. The building owner says they'll take responsibility. Thank God no one died, but they have to do a full renovation. They'll give tenants some compensation to relocate, but it may not be enough to cover a new place's rent until repairs are done." Olivia clenched her fists. She knew she didn't have much in savings, and what cash she did have probably went up in smoke. They hadn't saved anything from the apartment. Everything happened so fast. "But why would you offer to help Ivan and me?" "We don't even know each other," Olivia said softly. "Isn't it obvious?" Justin countered gently, pulling a photo from the inside pocket of his coat. "Tell me I shouldn't help you after seeing this." Olivia's eyes widened at the picture. "If you think that's me, you're mistaken." "That's Kevin, my younger brother," Justin said. "He's Sam's biological father. I don't need to say who the woman with him is, do I?" Olivia shook her head. "That's not me either," she said quietly, looking him in the eye. "That's Sophia, my twin sister. She's Ivan's biological mother." Justin frowned. "So you're not Ivan's birth mother?" Olivia shook her head. "If you look at me and Sophia, we look exactly alike." "That's why the boys look so much alike too," she said, tears gathering again. She took a breath and faced Justin. "Where's your brother? And why does Sam call you Dad?" Justin stared at the photo a moment before sliding it back into his pocket. "Kevin is gone. 3 years ago, he died from depression," Justin said. "I stepped in to raise Sam. He knows about Kevin, but whenever he asks about his mother, I don't know what to say. Kevin never mentioned her. This photo is all he left." Guilt washed over Olivia for asking. She hadn't considered Justin might be in the same situation she was. "We're in the same boat," Olivia said softly. "Sophia died giving birth to Ivan. Maybe even to Sam too. She passed right after. So I became Ivan's mother. I just don't understand how I didn't know Ivan had a twin. I was at the hospital when I took him home. How could I not know there was another baby?" Justin stood looking at her. "I don't know either. One day Kevin came home with a baby. When we asked whose child it was, he just said it was his." "So, will you stay with us for now?" Justin asked again. "You won't deny them this second chance to grow up together, right? 5 years is a long time to have missed each other." Olivia shut her eyes tightly, then nodded. "If that's what's best for the kids, I agree. And I do need to save up before I can find a new place." Justin had more he wanted to say, but held it back. Olivia didn't stay long in the hospital. The same day she woke up, she was discharged. Justin took her shopping for clothes and essentials for her and Ivan while they stayed at his house. He paid for everything, insisting it was his thanks for Olivia saving Sam. "Mom!" Sam and Ivan shouted together when Olivia climbed out of the car with Justin. Both boys bolted toward her and wrapped her in a joyous hug. "Hey!" Olivia laughed as they squeezed her tightly, smiles bright on their faces. "Welcome home, Mom," Justin murmured to Olivia, joining the group hug. "Welcome to the family." Bye, Mom, the twins called, waving as Olivia headed to work. She paused, turned back and waved too. Be good, okay? And don't give the nanny a hard time, she said before walking out through the gate. They'd been living with Justin and Sam for almost a month now. Every day, Olivia commuted to work. A sudden car horn made her jump. She turned to see Justin grinning at her. Heading in? Yes, Olivia said, face a mix of surprise and exasperation. Ride with me, Justin offered. She blinked. But your office is the other direction. How would we… Justin shook his head. I moved. We're headed the same way now. Come on. He got out, opened the passenger door for her. Olivia nodded and climbed in. Who wouldn't accept a free ride? It also saved her fare. The twins squealed with giddy delight with the nanny as they watched the two get in the car. Olivia and Justin couldn't help smiling back at them through the rearview mirror. Ready? Justin asked once he'd buckled up. Olivia nodded and he pulled out. Thanks again, Olivia said when she hopped out in front of her building. Drive safe. She hurried inside to work. Good morning, Olivia, her friend Stacy chirped at the office. Wow, not late today. Good morning. Yeah, I hitched a ride with a friend, so I didn't have to wait for a taxi, Olivia said, shaking her head with a sheepish smile. Lucky you. Oh, and the new boss is coming today, Stacy said. First impressions last, so better not be late. Hey, you make it sound like I'm always late, Olivia laughed. She wasn't, really. Stacy just liked to arrive way earlier. Since moving in with Justin, Olivia's commute had gotten longer. You're not late, we just don't get to chat like before, Stacy pouted. Where did you move again? Is it far? Olivia nodded as she arranged her things. Yeah, we're in Bel Air now, she said. The nanny and kids lived there with Justin. Oh my God, confess, Olivia, do you have a sugar daddy? Stacy gasped. Olivia frowned, then burst out laughing. What sugar daddy are you talking about? Everyone, are we all here? Their manager called. Olivia and Stacy shot to their feet. Olivia Hernandez, are you here? Yes, ma'am, Olivia answered, startled at being called out. Good, the manager said. As you know, today our company's new CEO officially transfers in. Be polite, do your best, and good luck. That's all. Back to work. They returned to their desks, but a few minutes later the manager came back for Olivia. Miss Hernandez, what are you doing? She asked, worried. Working, ma'am, Olivia answered politely. Really? Then why is the CEO asking for you? The manager said. Olivia's ears rang. Ma'am? After being told the new CEO wanted to see her in his office, Olivia headed up to the 20th floor. She took a deep breath outside the door and knocked. Excuse me, this is Olivia Hernandez. You asked to see me. Come in, a voice said. Olivia stepped in and immediately noticed a spread of food laid out on a side table. That's a lot of food. Is the new CEO throwing a little party? She wondered, stomach growling as she remembered she'd skipped breakfast. A man in a swivel chair coughed. He was turned away, so she couldn't see his face. Sir, Olivia ventured. Minutes ticked by with Olivia still standing there. Why call me here if you're not going to say anything? She thought, legs starting to ache. Then her stomach growled loudly in the quiet room. Mortified, she squeezed her eyes shut. Want to eat? The man asked. Olivia's eyes flew open. He crossed one leg over the other, still in the chair. When he turned, her jaw dropped. Justin, she blurted. You're the new CEO? He shrugged, smiling. Kind of suits me, doesn't it? He stood. Sit down, you've been standing there forever. Yes, sir. Thank you, she said, keeping her tone formal despite knowing him. Sir? Come on, Justin teased as he walked closer. It's just us. I can't be casual with the CEO when I'm just an employee, she said demurely. That's why I called you here, so no one else would hear what we're going to talk about, Justin said, amused. Also, have you eaten? Olivia checked her old wristwatch. Still hours before lunch, she muttered. Good. Then let's eat. I ordered a lot. It'll be a waste if I can't finish it. You'll help me, right? Besides, I'm the boss, he said with a grin. I didn't come here to eat, she protested, hesitating. Miss Hernandez, Justin said, suddenly serious. I'm the CEO here. Why don't you just do what I'm telling you to do before your manager comes up with an excuse to scold you? He hadn't finished before Olivia moved to the table. Anything I can eat here will be fine, she said, grabbing a plate and piling it high. Justin smiled to himself. Go on. Fill up. Hey, Olivia, what are you hiding? Stacy asked later when Olivia came back from the restroom. What would I be hiding? Olivia shot back, brows raised. Why does Mr. Justin keep calling you to his office? Do you two have something going on? Stacy asked, leaning in. Olivia coughed. What are you talking about? That's impossible, she said, scooting away. Let's just focus on work. Weeks passed. Since Justin became CEO, he'd been calling Olivia to his office regularly, often just to have lunch together. It got to the point that Olivia cooked at home and Justin brought the food in for them to share. It saved Olivia money, and because they worked at the same company, she rode in with him in the morning and back home after work. Miss Hernandez, Mr. Justin wants you in his office. He's in a hurry, so move it, the manager said again one day. But it's not even lunchtime yet, Olivia muttered to herself. Yes, Mom. Thank you, I'll just finish this email, she replied. Called again. Stacy snickered. I wouldn't be surprised if the CEO announces you're his girlfriend. Whatever it is, I've got your back. Your secret's safe with me. Why does he make it so obvious? Olivia thought as she rode the elevator up, cheeks warm. When the doors opened, she found two little boys in matching suits. Mum, Ivan squealed, tugging Sam's sleeve. Mum is here. They sprinted over, and Olivia dropped to kneel and hug them both. My babies. I missed you, she said, covering their faces with kisses. Why are you two here? They glanced at each other, then smiled wide. We missed you, they said in unison, hugging her again. I missed you too, even though I just left the house, Olivia laughed. Work had kept her busy and tired. Weekends were their best time for bonding. What about me? Did you not miss me? Justin asked from the doorway, where he'd been leaning and watching the scene. None of the three had noticed him. We did, Ivan shouted, running to Justin. He pulled Justin closer to Sam and Olivia. Come join us, Daddy. Olivia and Justin traded looks at the word. Mum, don't you want to hug Daddy? Sam asked innocently, big eyes round. Olivia couldn't help but smile at how cute he was. Mom, Ivan pleaded. He was the more emotional of the two, especially about Olivia and Justin. Ivan didn't yet know Justin wasn't his biological father. Don't you want Daddy? Ivan, listen, it's not like that, Olivia said, panicking. She didn't know how to explain to them that it wasn't normal for her to be hugging their daddy like that in the office. Look, Justin said gently, sliding an arm around Olivia's waist and drawing her close. Okay now? He smiled at the boys. Your mum's just shy because you're watching. It doesn't mean she doesn't like me. Sam dabbed at Ivan's tears and winked. Told you, Mum's not mad at Daddy, he said cheerfully. Ivan nodded vigorously. Yay. That means you love Daddy too, Mum? Ivan asked, wide-eyed. Olivia startled, then just smiled and stroked his cheek. I love you both so much, she said, hugging the twins again. And Daddy too? Sam added hopefully. It took Olivia a couple of seconds, then she nodded. I love all of you. Then when are you going to marry Daddy, Mom? Ivan asked, making both adults jump. Marry, Olivia squeaked, glancing at Justin for help. He only shrugged. Aren't you getting married? The nanny said if two people love each other, they can get married. You love Daddy, right? So you're getting married, Sam explained with a sunny smile. Olivia's cheeks flamed. Nanny, what are you telling these kids? She thought, shooting the nanny a look. The woman quickly averted her eyes. Okay, enough wedding talk, Justin said lightly. Olivia was grateful. Let's head inside and sit down. Your mum is tired, so let's pause the questions, okay? Yes, Daddy, the twins chimed. At last, Olivia said with a smile when she woke up on Saturday morning, no work today, which meant she finally had time for the kids again. Be careful, okay? I know you both can swim, but you still have to be careful, she reminded the boys, who were gleefully splashing around in the pool. Olivia sat at the edge, happily watching them. Mom, aren't you getting in? Sam asked, grinning as he floated. Mom doesn't know how to swim. She's scared of the water, Ivan whispered to his brother. A moment later, the twins had an idea. They scrambled out of the pool and dashed into the house. Soon they came back, with their dad. Mom, Daddy's going to teach you how to swim, Sam said, excited, tugging along Justin, who wore only swim shorts. Really, Daddy? Ivan asked, beaming. He shot his mom a mischievous smile. "Mom, you've wanted to learn to swim for a long time, right?" Olivia blanched with fear, which quickly turned to a blush when Justin faced her. "Come on, I've got you," he said calmly, holding out his hand. "Okay, kick a little more. That's it. Keep it going while your face is in the water. You have to practice holding your breath longer," Justin coached, one hand under Olivia's stomach to help her balance. She didn't protest. Outnumbered by the three of them, she let Justin teach her. The problem was she couldn't focus with their bodies so close, unavoidable since he was supporting her. "Go, Mom. Go, Mom," the twins chanted. Olivia popped up for air, coughing. "You okay?" Justin asked, patting her back. "If you're tired, we can stop," he said, flashing a brilliant smile. Olivia blinked at that dazzling grin. She couldn't deny Justin was handsome and kind. Her ideal man, really. She had to be extra careful not to fall for him. What if the kids got hurt if things didn't work out? I'll try again," she stammered, looking away before dunking her face back into the water. "Wow, burger steak," the twins cried later, eyes shining at the steaming plates Olivia had cooked. It was late in the afternoon when they finished swimming, so she opted for a quick dish the kids loved. She always made sure their stomachs weren't empty before bedtime, especially after a tiring day. On weekends, Olivia did the cooking to show the kids she was there for them, even if work kept her busy on weekdays. "Smells great," Justin said, joining them like he often did when he could. "This might be even better than the fancy restaurant steaks," he added, happily cleaning his plate. "Mom's the best cook, right, Daddy?" Sam chimed in, grinning. Under the table, the twins held hands, waiting for Justin's answer. Justin suddenly choked and reached for water, coughing from the unexpected question. Olivia couldn't help smiling at his reaction, especially with the twins watching him, eyes sparkling. "Daddy, isn't Mom pretty?" Ivan asked sadly when Justin didn't answer right away. This time Olivia was the one who choked. She hadn't expected the kids to ask anything like that. They hadn't been living under the same roof for long. "Pretty," Justin said quickly, glancing at Olivia across the table. "Very, very pretty," he added without thinking. The twins exchanged a look and smiled. "If you and Mom have a baby girl, she'll look just like you, right, Daddy?" Sam said, and Ivan nodded eagerly. Olivia dropped her fork and spoon at Sam's bold comment. "Boys," she said, voice serious. She didn't want them hoping for something between her and Justin just because they acted like Mom and Dad to the twins. "The truth is," Olivia began. "Don't say anything yet," Justin interrupted softly, covering her hand on the table and giving a slight shake of his head. A spark shot up Olivia's arm at his touch. Whatever she'd meant to say vanished. She nodded quickly and stood. "I'll just get some water," she said, flustered, and turned to go, only for Justin to tug her gently back into her chair. "Your glass is still full," he said with a teasing smile. He loved these moments, especially when the kids would jokingly ship them and bring up marriage. He knew he needed to wait for the right time to ask properly, no matter how much attention he showed Olivia. No matter what he did, she seemed immune, and he didn't want to be rejected if he confessed too soon. "Merry Christmas," Olivia startled when the bedroom lights flicked on. She'd fallen asleep from exhaustion after staying up late to wrap gifts for the kids, for Justin, and for the household staff. "Mom," Ivan said, climbing onto the bed to hug and kiss her cheek. "Merry Christmas." "Merry Christmas," Olivia said, hugging him tightly. "Mom, Sam's here too," Ivan whispered. Olivia looked toward the doorway. Sam stood there quietly, watching. She hadn't noticed him at first. Worried, she beckoned. "Sam, come here," she said warmly. He hesitated, then stepped forward. "Merry Christmas," he whispered, stopping in front of her. "Aren't you going to give Mum a hug?" Olivia asked with a smile, gently pulling him into her arms. "Merry Christmas, baby Sam," she murmured, kissing his forehead. As they hugged, Justin knocked on the open door. He smiled when Olivia glanced up and saw him. He moved in to join the cuddle. "Me too, hug please," he joked, arms spread as he approached. "Okay, babies, let's go open your gifts," Olivia said brightly, lifting the twins off the bed and heading to the living room where the Christmas tree stood. In truth, she just wanted to avoid hugging Justin. "I hope I get a baby sister," Ivan announced, stroking a big gift box with his name on it. "Do you think Santa will grant my wish?" Open it fast, Ivan. What if the baby can't breathe? Sam said, worried. Help me, Sam, Ivan said, and the two tore into the box. Olivia and Justin traded looks, trying not to laugh. The baby girl, he means, he wants a doll? Olivia asked Justin in disbelief. Justin shook his head. You know he doesn't mean a doll, he murmured, leaning in to whisper. He wants a real little sister. Olivia's face went crimson. She would have preferred a doll. Where was she supposed to get a real baby sister? Where am I supposed to buy that? She muttered to herself. Justin chuckled, having heard. You don't buy that. You make one, he murmured with a cheeky grin. Crazy, Olivia hissed, elbowing him away. This isn't a baby, Ivan said, disappointed, peering into the box. He'd truly hoped for a real sister this time. Santa had granted his Christmas wish the past few years by giving him a dad, after all. It's okay, Ivan. Look, your bike has a basket, Sam said, pointing at the training wheels bike and basket beside it. Maybe Santa wants us to have a place for our baby sister when we go for rides. After some thought, Olivia had decided to get Ivan a bike so he could ride with Sam. Justin had bought Sam one for his last birthday. We can go out together now. Don't you want that? Sam added. Oh, you're right, Ivan said, disappointment flipping into joy. Thank you, Santa. Maybe next Christmas it'll be a baby sister, he said, eyes closed and hands clasped in prayer. Ivan, help me open mine? Sam asked, nodding at his own big box. Ivan agreed, and together they lifted and opened it. What did you get, Sam? Justin asked Olivia, laughing as he watched the twins. An animal encyclopedia, Olivia admitted, which made Justin laugh harder. Don't laugh, she muttered, shooting him a look. He held up his hands. Sorry, just didn't expect that. Good thing you thought of something. You didn't buy them anything? Olivia asked, frowning. Justin shrugged. Didn't know what to get. I put cash in envelopes. Mom, Ivan called, hurrying over, looks like Santa won't give us a baby sister. Can you and Daddy give us one instead? Mom, don't you want to give us a baby sister? Kids. Olivia began sweating. Baby sisters take a long time to make, Justin cut in, watching the boys, and even then, you can't be sure it's a sister. It could be a brother. The twins nodded solemnly, as if they understood. Then you can just make another if it's a brother, Ivan said cheerfully. Right, Mom? Justin slipped an arm around Olivia's shoulders and smiled at the kids. Sure, maybe. But we still have to be careful, he said to the twins, then bent to whisper to Olivia, just go along with it so this ends. What if they ask again? Where are we supposed to get a baby sister then? Olivia started, but Justin pulled her close and kissed her, not caring about the two pairs of eyes watching. He couldn't help himself. Olivia was right there, and the kids clearly wanted them together. What did you just do? Olivia whispered fiercely when he pulled back. Practice, Justin said with a shrug. Practice what? She asked, bewildered. Making a baby, he whispered in her ear before facing the twins again. Okay, when your mum says yes, then we'll make that baby sister you want so badly. What? Olivia blurted, glaring at him. Happy New Year. The whole family cheered later, enjoying fireworks in the backyard. That's the last one, Justin said as the final burst faded. Once those are done, we'll go inside. Wow, Ivan said. Sam, do you see what I see? Sam nodded, smiling as he watched the lights. His smile fell as the fireworks ended. Daddy, can we do one more? He asked. We're out, Justin said. Next year, okay? It's fine, Ivan said, slinging an arm around his brother. Only a few months till New Year again. Let's go inside. Your mum's already in the kitchen, Olivia called from the doorway. Mom, the twins shouted, racing toward her. She laughed, pulling them into a hug and trying to lift them. You're getting heavy. I've got one, Justin said, scooping up Ivan while Olivia lifted Sam. The four of them went inside. The table was set, and the boys scrambled to their seats. This is our first time all together like this, Ivan said with a bright smile, eyes fixed on the food so he wouldn't cry. Don't worry, Ivan, Justin said, hugging him. From now on, we'll always be together, for birthdays, New Year, any occasion. Every day we'll be with you. Olivia stood, came over with Sam, and joined the embrace. As the clock struck midnight, the family hugged tightly. Happy New Year, Olivia whispered to the boys, holding them close. Happy New Year, they all said together with Justin. After the New Year celebration, life returned to normal. Justin and Olivia went back to work. Like always, they left the house together, had lunch together during break, and came home together after their shifts. "Isn't it good?" Olivia asked worriedly when she noticed Justin barely touched his food. "Is something wrong?" she asked again when he seemed not to hear her. "Justin?" He blinked, pulled from his thoughts. "Did you say something?" he asked before taking a sip of water. "You've got something on your mind," Olivia said gently. "You can tell me. I'll listen." Justin smiled faintly. "I never told you this, but I hired a detective to look into what happened to our siblings," he said. "You mean Kevin and Sophia?" Olivia asked, her pulse quickening. She'd long wanted answers about what really happened, why the twins were separated. Part of her always wondered if Kevin had just abandoned her sister. But from what Justin had said, Kevin didn't seem like that kind of man. "What did he find?" "Tell me," Olivia asked, nervous. Justin sighed. "After you learned what happened to Sophia, you took Ivan home. But the hospital couldn't reach you afterward. The nurses thought Sam didn't make it, so they put him in the NICU. The nurse assigned to Ivan couldn't bring herself to tell you about his twin after watching you break down over your sister." Olivia's tears flowed. She had no idea that's what had happened. She'd buried her sister alone, and since then, Ivan had been her only family. "The hospital tried to contact you but couldn't. So when Kevin showed up, they released Sam to him," Justin went on. Olivia sobbed harder. She hadn't known. She'd used up her savings to survive with Ivan after leaving her job. She'd done everything alone, unaware Sam had lived. "Olivia," Justin said, taking her hand, "it's not your fault. You lost your sister. That's more than enough pain. Thank God Sam survived. Don't blame yourself." She nodded through her tears. "Thank you." Justin held her gaze. "I know this might not be the best time, but please, listen to me." His grip on her hand tightened. "What if we got married?" Olivia stared, stunned. "I know it's sudden," Justin went on, "but I've wanted you for a long time. You must have felt it too. I don't just like you, Olivia, I love you." His voice shook. "When we collided at the mall, I felt a spark the moment you walked away. I told myself you were the one I'd been looking for. I wasn't wrong. Fate brought us back together, deeper than before." He lifted her hand and kissed it. "You're not just kind and beautiful. You've been a wonderful mom to Ivan, and to Sam too these past months. Please, be the mother of my children as well." Justin pulled out a ring, eyes locked on hers. "Olivia Hernandez, will you be my wife?" Tears blurred her vision. She hadn't expected this, but she wasn't a child anymore. "Yes," she said simply. Justin blinked in shock, then laughed in pure joy. "Yes? Really?" "Why would I say no?" Olivia whispered through tears, "when the man I love loves me too." Justin slipped the pink diamond ring onto her finger and pulled her into his arms, kissing her deeply. "I love you, Olivia Hernandez. I'll love you every day of my life." "You'd better," she teased, smiling through her tears, "because I love you too, Justin. I love you and the kids." Months later, Christmas came again. The family gathered happily in the living room. The twins sat beside the Christmas tree, giddy with excitement, while Justin had his arms around his wife on the couch. After his proposal, they'd married within 2 months. Money had made the preparations easy, but love made it real. "Honey, the kids are about to open presents," Olivia said, prying at her husband's arms around her waist. "Let them. Those two are grown enough," Justin laughed, hugging her tighter. "Justin," Olivia gasped, swatting him. "What about baby Lily, waiting in her room? You need to carry her gift out." "Fine," Justin said with a playful pout, letting her go and standing. "Boys, before you open your gifts, your mum and I have something for you first." "Really, Daddy?" Ivan asked, eyes shining. Sam just nodded eagerly. Justin carried in a large box with holes on the sides. "Wow, it's huge," Ivan exclaimed, pulling Sam's hand to hurry to him. "Careful," Justin said, setting it gently on the sofa. "Can we open it now?" the twins asked in unison, laughing when they realized they'd spoken together. "Go ahead," Olivia said with a smile. They lifted the ribboned lid. A tiny hand poked out, and a small baby cry filled the air. Their mouths dropped open. "Sam, Ivan, here's the baby sister you've been wishing for," Justin said softly, lifting the infant from the box. "Meet baby Lily." The boys were speechless, eyes wide as they gazed at the newborn. "She's moving," Ivan whispered in awe. "She's real," Sam breathed. They turned to each other and nodded, then hurried closer. "Daddy, can we hold her? Please? We promise we won't hurt her." Justin looked to Olivia. She nodded. "Of course," she said gently. The twins sat side by side, and Justin carefully laid the baby across their laps. "Baby Lily," Ivan whispered, stroking her tiny head. "We're your big brothers. We'll protect you. Do you want to go out tomorrow? You'll fit perfectly in the basket of my bike." "And mine too," Sam added. "No biking with the baby," Olivia cut in quickly. "She's too little. Her skin's delicate. But we can walk around the yard in the mornings, okay?" "Okay, Mom," the boys said together, grinning. "They love her already," Justin whispered happily to Olivia. That night, the twins fell asleep still sitting up, baby Lily cradled between them. "They never expected us to come home from the hospital with her," Olivia said, chuckling softly. The boys had thought she was just sick. Now they had their long-awaited sister. "Thank you," Justin whispered, hugging her tightly. "Thank you for being safe, for bringing her into the world." "Thank you for always being here for us," Olivia murmured back, returning his embrace. Their faces drew closer for a kiss, only to be interrupted by Lily's sudden cry. "Next time," Olivia laughed, pecking Justin quickly before moving to the crib. "Ugh, I was so close," Justin groaned, shoulders slumping. He went over and picked Lily up, swaying gently. "Daddy's here, baby girl. Don't cry. Want milk? Let's make some. Mommy and your brothers are asleep. Daddy's got you." Lily gave a small laugh, easing his fatigue. "You're the cutest baby girl," he said joyfully, heading to the kitchen with her in his arms. They needed nothing else. They had each other, a home filled with love, and their faith in God who had given them everything. And that was the story of Justin and Olivia's love. Thank you for listening.